Hi everybody, welcome to Joey on Wheels. I am Joey and I am on wheels. I thought I'd start a new weekly vlog because it feels like that's the pattern that I've fallen into of just doing a weekly vlog. Mink just jumped. So there was a mink tail in the way, of course, yes. She's because it's a Monday, it's Monday, July 6th. So because it's a Monday, I'm recording and I spend Mondays downstairs. Really? With the tail? So I thought that I would start a new weekly vlog because like I said, that seems to be the way that things are going. I apologize for all the kitty antics, but I also know that a lot of people are happy to see it. So yeah, I'm just not going to hide it. So I'm waiting on my computer to do the things it needs to do. And yeah, I just recorded a video and I've just uploaded a video for this channel. Yeah, so it's we're getting into a routine with that, whereas because I usually finish the vlogs on a Sunday and because I record for AuthorTube on Mondays, I can just do all the uploading all at once. Mink really. And post the videos for this channel on the Monday just as easily. Mink! Let me see. There you go. Now you get mink ears and tail and face and everything. You have been blessed. So this week is going to be a bit of a up and down week because my carer is working today, not working tomorrow. Sadly, there's been a death in the family for her, and so she's needing to deal with that basically, especially because the death happened outside of the UK. So yeah, she's gonna have to go places next week. So next week will be very difficult because I will be relying on Just Mix K, but you know, there we go. So yes, so Kara is off tomorrow because she's taking someone to the airport because of family death, etc. And then Wednesday she's off in the morning because I have a hospital appointment for the hand. And then Thursday I think she works normal, and Friday she's off completely anyway because it's Meepo again. I don't know how it keeps coming around so fast. But basically the plan is to work as normal, and then she leaves on Sunday. Next Sunday she flies out quite early in the morning, so I probably won't see much of her at all. And yeah, and then it's just doing the normal stuff. Once I've captioned this video, I am pretty much done for the day. I ended up waking up earlier than usual. I think it was about 3:30 in the morning, so I was able to get started on work slightly earlier. And because Kara's working normal shifts this week, she's not up until 6, so yay. But yeah, so I am just watching Mink basically rub her whole scent all over my walker. Let me there's a Mink, and she's giving me evil eyes. Yes. Yeah, she wants love. She wants love, and she has never known love. Come sit on my lap. Come sit on my lap. She's thinking about it. Come on, Minky Pink. I feel like everyone appreciates the cat inclusion. Yeah. We appreciate it too. But yeah, I got a new shirt yesterday. So it's from Primark, which, you know, high street brand. But I really love it. I really love it. It's a men's shirt. But I like that. But I like that I can, you know, wear it over a sleeveless top and it still look good. So yay. Mink really. Yeah, it's a Pride shirt because basically, like I've said in a previous vlog, I think it is, even though Pride in the US is in June, here it's July, August. I say July, August because I know a lot of places don't do their Pride like parades and stuff until August, but I don't actually know whether the official month is July or August. I think it's July. Either way, Primark had a Pride collection, and I really like the shirt, so I got it. But yeah, I will catch up with you later. I don't really know what's going to go on this week other than, like I said, multiple hospital appointments. So hopefully news, something that can help the hand, we can but hope. But to be honest with you, I doubt it. So yeah, I will catch up with you later. Hi everybody, it is July 7th. I think. I'm not sure about that. I will probably double check. I don't have my watch on right now because it was a shower day today. So, as I've been like taking you along on these vlogs, I know a lot of it has like kind of focused on my work because I'm an indie author and I got to do that. A lot of it's focused also on like, trying to find a new routine and make things work with everything that happened, basically. I'm not going to repeat it all because I know that those who have been following or watching the other blogs, they already know this stuff, and there are blogs you can watch to find out this stuff. But I feel like this vlog is basically going to be more medical stuff. So tomorrow I'm seeing the vascular team basically for a follow-up. I saw them originally, I think it was March. I don't know. Like I've said before, my brain has kind of erased a lot of stuff that happened. So we saw the vascular team originally and now we're basically seeing, I've had like scans and stuff that they asked for, and now we're seeing them for the follow-up. I'm a tad concerned in the fact that I got the original appointment and it was for August, and this was at the beginning of July. So I got the first appointment letter, it was for August, and I thought, okay, and that's about normal for appointments to be further away in, unless it's like emergency or urgent or anything else like that. Which brings me to my next point, because about 2 minutes after that, they cancelled the August appointment and gave me the July one, which would have been at the time in about a week away from being seen. So in some ways, I'm a bit nervous, but in others, I'm kind of grateful, because I kind of feel like unless there's something that happened in the scan that I wasn't told about, which is always possible, I don't think there's anything the vascular is going to say, yeah, we need to do X, Y, Z. As I've said before, surgery, not an option for me unless it's literally surgery or death, because of how severe my lung problems are, my asthma, or how bad it is. And considering one of the last times I had a general anesthetic, I woke up in ICU. I still don't really know what happened in that time. I was fine, but yeah. So obviously, and with time moving on since then, they're not really comfortable doing a general anesthetic. So it would be a case of, if she doesn't have this surgery, she's going to die in 5 minutes. Because basically, from talking to my doctors and stuff, it's not a small risk that having a general could also result in my death. There we go for depressing stuff. But on top of that, I'm glad I'm seeing them, because my hand is worse. It's not just the pain. I'm losing extra function, or function that I'd gotten back. That's concerning, because I need a hand, and I'm like doing the physio and stuff like that, and I'm waiting at as it stands to start a specific physio for just the hand, because when I got the FND diagnosis, they wanted me to do something called neurophysio, which I've done before in the past, and it was somewhat helpful. But that referral and such came through while I was basically in my coma, so I didn't respond to it because I was in a coma, and so I ended up getting kicked off. They discharged me because they couldn't get hold of me, and I hadn't made contact with them because I was in a coma. So anyway, yeah, but because of the hand and because of the sepsis, I have now been re-referred to neuropsychology, and I spoke to one of the physios, and they were trying to work out whether hand therapy was what I needed or neuro was what I needed. And what they've basically worked out is it's pretty much a bit of both. So I am now on the waiting list for that. I don't know how long the waiting list is, but this was a few months ago, and I've heard nothing since. So yeah, I don't know whether vascular wants to see me sooner, because it's literally a case of, yeah, we can't do anything for you, we're going to do this, and yeah, we can get you off our books now. I don't know if maybe that was the decision and choice of moving my appointment. But anyway, it's going to be big hospital week, because the MEPO's on Friday. I'm just the hand thing, it's concerning, it's painful, it's annoying. In good news, I do actually have a possible therapist. So the local services basically said, you know, even though our name is literally talking therapies, we don't actually offer any talking therapy. It's all groups or CBT, which I had done before, and is actually not really relevant to what I need to do, what therapy I need, and for the reason I need therapy. So I basically got told that if I wanted to have talking therapy, I would have to pay, and I don't have the money to do that. So I waited for like the letter from them, and they did sort of like say that they would try and make it, or give me recommendations of places either locally or elsewhere that offered online access, because I can't go to and from a therapist office myself, or had like a sliding scale of what I would actually have to pay. So I mean, I waited for that, and then all of the ones they suggested, the type of therapy or the reason for me needing therapy wasn't a part of what they offered at all. So I'd gone online already, and I'd looked for a few bits and pieces, and I reached out to a few people like locally, and either they no longer did offer the online services, or just another reason. And then I ended up finding one in Leicester, which is quite away from me. Her name is Pippa, and I'm pretty happy, you know, with the conversations we've had over email. She's willing to give me a concession for, you know, the prices, and we talked about it, and my mum was basically like, you know, I'm happy to help with that, but I would rather you first have like a face-to-face, or as much as you can, with someone who lives that far away, so like a video chat, to make sure that, you know, you vibe with each other, which is a good thing anyway. It was something I would have done even if I was paying for it all myself, because sometimes you need to make sure that the therapist you're talking to is actually the therapist that you want to talk to. So yeah, that's on Friday. So it's vascular tomorrow, Pippa first thing Friday, Meepo second thing Friday, and yeah, so it's just going to be a medical week. And B, my main carer, leaves the country on Sunday. So yeah, she will be gone from Sunday until the following Friday. And it's not really a fun trip for her, because it's basically death of a family member, and funeral and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not ideal for anyone. But yeah, I just thought I'd fill you in basically on what's going on this week. I am probably about to nap, to be honest. I thought about, like, you know, editing this video and being all productive, but yeah, no, that's not happening right now. Maybe later. Maybe later. But I will do my best to take you along with hospital trips and stuff like that. I need to get better at vlogging, like, in public. I'm okay somewhat, like, when Bee's pushing me on our way into or back from town, because it doesn't feel as invasive to have other people around. But like at the hospital, I think a couple of vlogs ago, when I took you along to Meepo, it was like a 50-second clip, because I was just really weirded out by the fact that I was vlogging not with anybody else in frame while there were people. So I just need to get more confidence with it. So I will try and take you along. But yeah, I will speak to you later. So I look very, very red because balls hot, basically. It is July 8th. It's Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
And that's bee driving, as usual. Yeah, so we just saw, I say we, we just saw the vascular surgeon. She was lovely, and she basically said, so sorry, but there is literally nothing that falls under her purview, which we kind of knew already, because when I had the scan, the lady was kind enough to say, yeah, no, there's no problem here. Well, there's no problem here for what they were scanning for. But what she did say when I explained, basically everything and why, she said that she would mention it in her letter that the GP might need to consider referring me to someone spinal or neurology, because after I got the diagnosis for FND, the neurologist kind of went, go with God, have fun, discharge. But then obviously with everything that happened later on that month with the sepsis and such, it kind of became one of the fewer priorities. We knew that eventually, maybe, possibly, I would need contact from a neurologist or spinal, but we didn't follow it up because we had bigger problems, like the hand and arm and everything else. I will say that the pain today is a lot sucking, because my pain levels are higher than they were yesterday. It's not just the gabapentin, it's also breakthrough pain meds. So I ended up taking my breakthrough pain med earlier than I normally would, even though our appointment was like, it took an hour for them to see us past the appointment time, which, you know, happens from time to time. It's just one of those things about going to the hospital or outpatients. It happens, we're used to it, we bring books. She was lovely. She very apologetic that there is literally nothing they can do, but it's not their area of expertise. So yeah, it's stiflingly hot here. Do not recommend. We're going home, gonna curl up, gonna probably take another pain med and be glad that I have a very strong fan at home. But yeah, so I will keep you updated and probably speak to you tomorrow. Hello, it is July 10th. I have just had Meepo, so we're going home now. We stopped at Aldi on the way home because we wanted food, but they didn't have the food we wanted. But that's okay. So, yeah, again, Bea is driving. Bea is always driving. That's literally what she does all day, all night. She just drives. But yeah, so I had Meepo. I had my sort of like introductory session with my therapist, and I really like her. I really like her, and I really feel like we're good fit. So we've got a tentative first appointment on Tuesday, because it's all online and it means that I can do it as I need to. She was very clear that like she's not going to push for me to do meetings weekly. It's basically when I want to and for as long as I want to. But she also made it clear that like if we get to a point where she feels like I'm ready to stop, but I'm saying that otherwise, she will, you know, we'll raise that topic. So yeah, she was lovely, and Meepo went well-ish. Basically, when I have Meepo, I have my port flushed, and sometimes they're on the ball. Before the sepsis, it used to be that the PIC team would always come to my Meepo appointments and do it for me. Occasionally there would be a nurse on the day unit who knew how to do ports. Since then, basically so many people have been trained in them that now it's whoever's on duty does it. But the issue is that when I arrived, people thought someone else was doing it, so we didn't really get my port flushed until like almost 40 minutes, but it was fine. She got it on the first try, which, you know, is always awesome. And yeah, then I have my Meepo, and now we are heading home in heat, because I mean it's 33 degrees. That's Celsius for anyone outside of America, basically. I think they're the only ones who use Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's Celsius, and I know people are going to be like, oh, it's this. No, in England, heat is heat. It's not fun. None of us like this. I mean, Bea had to buy a literal fan so that she could get to and from work without dying. So yeah, we've got the windows down. Yes, we do have aircon in the car, but we will not be on a journey long enough for it to be worth it, or even for it to filter down to cold. So yeah, and it also eats petrol, which, you know, we don't have all the money in the world. But yeah, it's been a good end to a medical week. Like, you know, I'm glad that Pippa turned out to be really nice. I'm glad that basically the vibe was right. I'm glad that Meepo was, you know, as okay as Meepo can be. I have some other sort of like medical stuff going on in the background, but it's going to have to wait until Bea is back from her, I don't say holiday, it's not holiday, it's funerals. So yeah, when Bea is back, then we have to wait for that, really. So I feel like the medical stuff is done for the week, but it's kind of ongoing. You know, I've got to maybe chase up the physio. I don't know. It takes as long as it takes. I know there's always waiting lists. It's just the way it is. It is the way it is outside of like the UK. Like all medical systems have big waiting lists, but hopefully things will go well. But yeah, I'm gonna get home, sit in front of my fan. I think it goes up a bit more. I think I've got it on 3 at the moment. I think it goes all the way to 5, in which case A+. Yeah, and I will probably catch you at some point over the weekend. Hello, it is July 12th today. I only remember the date because it's the kittens' birthdays. And even though they're not kittens really because they just turned 6, I still call them kittens. I'm basically here to end this week's vlog because Bee has flown off to where she needs to go and it's just going to be a bit of a lazy week for me. I don't want to sort of like drag the vlog out to be too long. I was going to record yesterday when we were in town picking up a few bits and pieces, but 1, it was bloody hot. 2, there were so many people around and I don't yet have the confidence to vlog in public knowing there are people around. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment and subscribe and I will see you in the next one.